By now, everybody have heard about the Jerry Springer moment in the committee attempting to discuss the Attorney General Garland issue with releasing the president's tapes. That sort of silly stuff, right? But anyhow, it turns out that Marjorie Taylor got personal with Jasmine Crockett. And in the process, AOC attempted to force the removal of her words. The Republicans didn't vote to support that. And one of the reasons they didn't vote to support that is that if they went ahead and struck her words, she would have had to leave the committee room. They wanted to have her vote. So they pretty much ignored it. But I think in the long run, they allowed her to go ahead and say, I'd like to take back my words. OK, but it was not a movement to officially strike her words. Everybody's talking about what Crockett had to say. Crockett asked a specific question about bleach blonde, bad built, butch body. But she did it in a special way. And that is what needs to be talked about, not just the flair around it, but the calculated manner in which Jasmine Crockett did it so that made it to the record. I want you to check this out, and we'll take it on the other side.
You know we're here about
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about. I
think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order, Mr. Chairman.
That's beneath even
order.
I would like to move to take down Ms. Greene's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you a full appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now?
Late night committee meeting in Congress went off the rails this week after Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, Republican of Georgia, insulted the appearance of my next guest, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, Democrat of Texas. Thanks so much for being here. Do you think that Congresswoman Greene should face any sort of punishment?
I mean, she didn't face any at the time, so I don't anticipate that she'll face any in general. I mean, I think that this speaker should be inclined to try to rein her in after trying to kick him out of his position. But they just let Marjorie do whatever she wants to do. And I think this was the first time that someone actually said, no, you won't just treat me whatever way you want to and get away with it.
So just to explain to our viewers, she said what she said, which was a personal attack on your appearance. And then the Republicans refused to take her words away.
Yeah.
Because they said it wasn't a personal attack. And then you said something about, you didn't mention her name, but you obviously were talking about Congresswoman Greene, bleach blonde, bad built, butch body.
Very good.
So it's tough to say. But you've really embraced what you said. You're printing it on swag. I think we have an image of the shirt here that you're selling to help raise money to elect Democrats. How would you respond to say it's inappropriate to respond to an attack on somebody's physical appearance? And you hear Congresswoman AOC say, you know, you shouldn't be attacking somebody's physical appearance. But then you did the same thing. You attacked her physical appearance. So to be clear, what I asked for was clarification on the ruling. If her words were taken down, that meant that she was going to have to leave the committee for the evening, which actually would have helped everybody out, because the source of the chaos is always Marjorie Taylor Greene. But the chairman was concerned about his votes. He was concerned about whether or not he would be able to move forward with contempt. And so therefore... For the Attorney General Garland.
Absolutely. Yeah. So therefore, I'm like, what are we doing? So what are the parameters? And I generally wanted to know. So I did not state anything to her. I specifically asked a question, and I didn't even mention her name. Mm-hmm. And so it was for clarification, and that's what I asked for. And he obviously didn't hear me. Okay. Yeah. And I hear that. But she went after your appearance, and then you went back at her 1,000-fold. I did in a very lawyerly way. But obviously she started it. I'm not disputing that. But do you regret that at all? I mean, don't. You don't? I don't. Because here's the thing. I signed up to be a member of Congress. That didn't mean that I was supposed to walk into a position where I'm going to walk in and be disrespected. It's already a hostile work environment. being there, and we do have rules. The problem with MAGA is that MAGA does not respect rules, nor do they respect the law. That is exactly why they're all running up to Trump's trial, because he's in trouble, not because of some big conspiracy by the Biden administration. He's in trouble because he fails to respect the law. The reason that the Supreme Court right now is debating whether or not Trump can commit crimes or any president can commit crimes and then be let off is because they have no respect for law. The party of law and order is gone at this point in time.
Now, I'm pretty sure that statement that Crockett made has to stay on the record. But why is this an issue? If you take a look at the back and forth, there are longer clips that are out there where Republicans on one side are trying to tell Jasmine Crockett, calm down, take it easy. Republicans and the MAGA Republicans are great at doing things that whenever it's done on to them becomes the end of the world. And because they are in power in Congress, they get away with it. But Jasmine Crockett got the upper hand here. And while people may not initially see exactly what she did, it shows her degree of intelligence. I mean, what she did, while Marjorie Taylor addressed Crockett directly and made a personal attack on Crockett directly, what Crockett did was use the rules of Congress to simply ask a question. If somebody were to call another person bleach blonde, bad built, butch body, would that be something that would be stricken from the record? It's a question. It's a legal question to the board. It's a question about rules in the committee. So everybody's going to know that Marjorie Taylor, who constantly insults people on that committee, that an insult that was only directed at her to just sort of let her, just to show some fight back, was going to make it to the record. Because Miss Crockett, Congresswoman Crockett, never called her those words. But everyone knows who those words apply to. And this is not petty. This is about pushing back. Too often, Democrats just stay back and take. And whenever they do it, they go against their own. And this time around, Crockett said, nope, I'm going to do this. And when Jake Tapper said, are you sorry that you did what you did? She said, hell no, I'm not sorry I did that. That is what needed to be done there. Sometimes you have to fight in a manner that isn't the way that you normally do. But in this case, Jasmine Crockett deserves a whole lot of kudos and oomph. And that she goes ahead and makes a T-shirt about it is even more important. And let me tell you why. Because the MAGA Republicans have become a soundbite system. In order to make a point, they go on Congress, say something that they know is going to be explosive, then turn it into marketing material. And Democrats rarely do something of that sort. It's good now that Crockett and others say we'll fight fire with fire. May not be pretty, but we are not going to cede anything to you.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number 1, subscribe to our channel. And number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.